Hello students, welcome to AllCBTs once again. My name is Simeon Emmanuel and today I'll be your tutor for marketing. We'll be looking at 10 likely WAEC marketing theory questions. Welcome back. Let's go straight into today's class. We have the first question here. Number one question is, Miss Okon has just been employed by a manufacturing merchandise. Okay, let me read the question slowly. Question 1. Miss Okon has just been employed by a manufacturing company to merchandise its products at a retail outlet. All right. Now, here is the question. Here's the question. State 4 elements that would qualify the company's products to be merchandised at the retail outlets. The second question. State 6 functions Ms. Okon would perform as a merchandise. Now let's take the first question. Now let's read the question again, then we'll take the questions. Let's read this again. Ms. Okon has just been employed by a manufacturing company to merchandise its products at a retail outlet. Take note of this word. Retail outlet. That is where customers will come and patronize. Alright, to see the product and patronize. Now, the answer said state 4 elements. What are the 4 elements, 4 tools that Ms. Okon must engage, alright, for the company's products to be merchandised at a retail outlets. Now let me start by saying, what is merchandising? Merchandising is an activity, all right, for presenting and promoting a specific product, all right, at a retail outlet to draw the attention of customers in order to patronize that product. That's what merchandising is. So straight. Now I've defined what merchandising is. So what are the 4 elements? The first one is what? Standardized packaging. What do I call it? Standardized what? Packaging. Why? Except a product is properly packaged, it will not catch the attention of customers. So the reason for attractive or standardized packaging is to catch the attention of the customer. All right. Second qualifier or second element is proper labeling. Proper labeling. Why? So that the customer can see the real weight of that product, the ingredients of that product, and the expiry date of that product. So the second thing is what? The second thing is what? Proper labeling. The third thing is what? Clear branding. What do I call the third thing? Clear branding or proper branding. Why? So that that product can be recognizable by or recognized by the customer. How do you recognize a product? By proper branding. What is branding? Branding is when the product is what? Giving a name. Oh, excuse me. Or what? Or giving a logo so that customers can easily identify that product. Now, what's the 4th element? The 4th element is what? Competitive or reasonable pricing. Why? A product must what? Must be affordable and competitive in the market. What do I mean? the price of that product must align with what? The retail price in the market. Now, let's go to the second question under this number 1. That's the section B of question 1. State 6 functions Miss Okon would perform as a merchandiser. What are the 6 things she would do? Alright, in order for the products to be properly displayed, to catch the attention of the customer. The first thing she would do is that she would display the product attractively so as to attract the attention of the customer. So she must display the product attractively. The second function is what we call proper passing or dissemination of information to the customer. She must be able to pass proper information of the product to the customer. Another function is she must be able to ensure adequate stock level, proper stocking of the product. Another thing is proper shelving of the product. She must be able to properly display the product on the shelf. Another thing she must be able to do is she must be able to do monitor the performance of the sales or products. She must be able to monitor the performance of the product or the sales of the products. And one more thing she must be able to do, she must be able to bring awareness of the product. No, the last thing she must be able to do is she must be able to do check the expiry dates and remove damaged goods. She must check the expiry dates of that product and remove damaged goods. Let's go to question 2. State 5 features or characteristics of post. Take note of the word post, that is after. Post-independence era in the history of marketing in Nigeria. Second question, explain 5 functions of marketing in Nigeria. Now let's take the first one, 5 features. A. We have a question A. What are the 5 characteristics of the post-independence era in the history of marketing in Nigeria? What are the features? The first feature is what we call expansion of local markets or indigenous markets. Expansion of what? Local markets. So this is the first one. Local markets or local businesses. Let's use local businesses. That's the best one. Or industries. Expansion of local industries. What's the second thing? That's the first one. The second one is what? So the first one is what? Expansion of what? Local industry. Second thing, government participation. Government what? Participation in trade. The third feature is what we call development of distribution network. Development of what? Distribution network. Development of what? Distribution network. Networks. So we have three features here. These three features. So development of what? Distribution network. Another one is what? Growth of awareness, of consumer awareness. Growth of what? Awareness of customers. Expansion of local industries, government participation in trade, development of what? Distribution network, growth of the awareness and of customers and demand and in demand. And in demand. We have these four features. Alright, so look at it again. The first one is what? Expansion of what? Local industries, government participation in trade, development of what? Distribution networks, growth of awareness of customers, and growth in demand. Growth in what? Growth in demand. Let's look at, so these are just four. We have four here. Let's go to the question B. So let's recap again. What are the features? Some of the features out of the five we have. One. What's the first one? Can you remember the first one? What's the first one? We have what? Expansion of what? Local industries. Second one, we have what? Participation of what? Government in trade. The next one we have is what? Development of what? Distribution network. And the next one we have is what? Growth in awareness of customers and in demand. Let's look at the B section. Explain 5 functions of marketing in Nigeria. We have 5 functions of marketing in Nigeria. The first function is what? Buying and selling. What does this mean? Marketing facilitates exchange of goods and services. Second thing is transportation. Second function is what? Transportation. That is the movement of what? Of goods from the producer to the final consumer. The third thing is what? Storage or warehousing. This is when goods are what? Are stored until it is needed by customers or consumers in the market. Now, another function, I've said 3 functions now, right? Another function is what? How many have I said? First one is what? What's the first one? The first one is what? What's the first one? Write in the comment section if you are already following. I want to know if you are following. The first one is what? We said is buying and selling. The second one is what? Storage of goods and services. Third one is what? Transportation. Transportation of the goods. Now, the next one, I've said 3 functions. Alright. Now, the next one is what we call the fourth function of marketing is what we call financing. That is when the marketer will will provide the funds for production and distribution of goods. And the last one is risk bearing. The customer will also, the marketer will also what? Cover losses for damage or for thefts, etc., etc. Let's go to the third question. Explain the following concepts in marketing. The following concepts in marketing, I will just explain it in front here. We have 4 concepts here. The first concept is product concept. Product concept focuses on what? Focus on it focuses on producing high quality products and improving them continuously. Improve them what? Continuously. The next one is selling concept. What's the focus of selling concept? This one emphasizes what? Aggressive promotion of products and increases what? It increases sales. Increases what? Increase sales. That's what this does. Production concept. What's their focus? They focus on what? They focus on mass production. They focus on mass production. And the last one, they focus on mass production and also to make goods available at low cost. Now, societal marketing concept focus on what? What do they focus? They focus on company. Is what they focus on. They focus on balancing company profits, consumers satisfaction, and consumers satisfaction. All right, so this is what they do. Let's go to the next question. Question 4. A product costs 4,000 naira to produce. So we have the cost price. Let me write it here. The cost price we can represent as CP. That's 4,000. 4,000. The producer decides to sell the product for 6,000. Calculate the markup, percentage markup on cost, percentage markup on selling price. Now, what is the selling price? SP. Let the notation for selling price be SP, and that is 6,000 naira. Now, what is the formula for calculating markup? Markup is equals to selling price minus cost price. And that will give us our selling price how much? 6,000 naira, 6,000 naira minus what? 4,000 naira. And when you remove 4,000 naira from 6,000 naira, what do you have? We have 2,000 naira. So this is our markup. This is our markup. Now, percentage markup on cost. Here's the formula. That will be markup over. Now, you know we're looking on cost, so it will be over cost price times 100%. Why? Because we are dealing with percentage. And that will give us, our markup is what? 2,000 naira times 100 over the cost price. What's our cost price? Our cost price is 4,000. 4,000 naira. Naira cancel naira. 0 cancel 0. 0 cancel 0. 0 cancel 0. So 2 year 1. 2 year 2. 2 year 1. 2 year 50. So our final answer is what? 50%. That's the percentage for markup. Let's now look up on cost. So let's now do the third question here. And the percentage markup on selling will be markup over selling price, because we are talking about focus on selling price, times 100. Times 100. And that will give us what? Our markup is 2,000. Selling price is 6,000 naira. 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, times 100. Remember to do this. Alright, naira cancel naira, 2 year 1, 2 year 3. Alright, so 3 in 100 will give us 33 percentage. 33.3 percentage. This is a recurring number, so it will keep occurring, so you can just take 2. So this will be our answer, or 33 whole number 1/3 percentage. So we are done with this. If you are enjoying the class, please go to the comment section and say, I am enjoying this class, Master Senior or Tutor Senior. Let's go to the next question, number 5 question. What is entrepreneurship? Quickly, straight, you just manage your time. Entrepreneurship is the ability of an entrepreneur, is the ability to what? To identify or spot or find out. Let me just use simple English. Identify or discover. Identify business opportunities or problems. So another for business opportunities, problems that exist in an environment. And what do? You take risks to what? To solve the problem. So entrepreneurship is the ability to what? Identify business opportunities. The next thing is what? Take risk. And manage the business. For what? For profits making. For what? Profits making. Let's go to the next question. Question B. Question B, we have state 4 selling skills required by an entrepreneur. What are the skills an entrepreneur must possess in order to be able to what? To spot business opportunities, take risks, Manage the business for profiting, for profit making. What are the four? We have communication skills. Communication skills. What does it mean? It means that the entrepreneur must be able to what? Speak clearly about his product or idea and listen to the customer. Communication skills. The second one is what? Persuasion, or we call it persuasive skill. Persuasive skills. What does this mean? The entrepreneur must be able to what? Convince customers that his product or her product will be able to solve their problems or meet their need. All right. We have another one. We have this negotiation skill. Negotiation skill. What does this mean? It means that the entrepreneur must be able to what? Must be able to reach a middle ground on pricing, on price. And the last one is what we call resilience. Resilience. What does resilience mean? It means that the customer, the entrepreneur, must be able to stand in his ground or her ground when there is a no. When there is a no, and keep trying until he is able to what? Sell the product. Question 6. What is advertising? Straight. What is advertising? I will manage the board. Alright, let me even use another color. What's advertising? Advertising. Alright, advertising is a paid non-personal communication used to promote products and services. That's what advertising is. It's a paid non-personal communication used to promote products and services. All right. Now, identify any 6 medium. The word media here means channel of advertising. Ways by which advertisers advertise. What are the mediums they use? They use different mediums. All right. Let's look at it. So this is question A. Question B. What are the mediums? Let's just go straight to the point. Television is a medium. Second medium, we have radio. Third medium, we have newspapers. 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 We have billboards. So we have television, radio, newspaper, billboards. We have magazines. And we have the internet. So these are the medias. Now, the last one is explain 4 disadvantages of advertising. The first one is high costs. High costs. What does this mean? It means that advertising costs a lot of money for it to be what? For it to what? Be carried out. And a business that is just starting, that doesn't have enough money to what? To advertise the product, will not be able to advertise it. Why? Because of the cost of what? Advertising. Advertising costs a lot of money. That's the first thing. High costs. That's the first disadvantage. The second thing is, the first thing is what? We have high costs of advertising. Alright? That's the first disadvantage of advertising. The first one is what? High costs. High costs is the first thing. What I call it high cost, and I explain the high cost. The reason for high cost, why is a disadvantage, is because certain small businesses may not have the capacity to do what? To employ or call in, pay for advertising from a company that charges high for advertising. So that's one of the things that happens. The second thing is what we call it's not able to audience reach. It will not go far. Audience reach may be low. Audience reach may be low. Alright, so we have this high cost, audience reach. Alright, let's take these two. So let's go to the next.
Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the video you just watched. To see more content as that, preparing you for your upcoming exam, make sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on notification. Also, remember that you can use the comment section to send us your questions or your inquiries, and we are happy to take them. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.